So I think in the United States, historical tabletop miniatures gaming does appear to be dying out.
Last week, we talked to hobby insiders and asked publishers, game designers, podcasters, and store owners about the current state of historical miniature wargaming today. They offered a wide variety of opinions about the health of our hobby, but all of them agreed that we face some unique challenges and there are high barriers to entry for new players. So, what are we going to do about it? Little Wars TV interviewed 20 industry thought leaders, including 2 guys in our own club, and asked them to give us one idea, a big, out-of-the-box solution to connect our hobby to a wider audience. Of those 20, we selected the 5 most thought-provoking proposals, and we're going to discuss those today and how they might help us expand the universe of historical wargaming players.
One of the things we've had in the UK recently has been Channel 4's Great Model Railway Challenge. Now essentially that is a bunch of model railway clubs, 3 for each episode, who compete to produce a layout in 2 days, 3 days, I can't remember exactly. They also get challenged here and there by, and we'd just like to build one of these using these random bits of junk or the like, and then they each get judged and the winner goes through the next round. I thought it was a brilliant idea. You only had to go and talk to stall holders at the Peterborough Model Railway Show near where I am after it aired to discover that there were many, many more people at the show than they'd expected. Talked to my local model railway shop and there are more people coming through the door on a weekend than they expected. What do you do for wargaming? Oh, I don't know. Suppose, for the sake of argument, let's have a 5-week show. There are 5 clubs, and then every week 2 of the clubs fight a war game with a set scenario on a set period, and their job is to paint up their figures and plan their tactics beforehand. And a 3rd club of the 5 gets to build the scenery for them. And then you rotate round. So over 5 weeks, everybody would have built 1 scenery table and played 2 games. And you can throw odd, random, silly challenges in there if you want, which will doubtless offend the purists, but who cares? And why shouldn't that work? The likes of Time Commanders, which was a BBC thing that basically allowed people to general using the Total War engine, worked really well. It was popular, so why shouldn't something like that work?
I've been interested in a naval game for years. I've tinkered on and off with the World War II naval game myself. And it seems that we're not quite there yet, but we're on the cusp with 3D printing, where it might be possible to do a sort of print-on-demand for players who need only 1 of this kind of ship and 2 of that kind of ship and so on. And perhaps you could sell the license or the key, if you will, toward printing a ship or having it printed by someone who's in your area. So if you were in, I don't know, Germany or France or Britain or wherever, and you buy it from me in the United States, then perhaps you're buying something that you can get done in your country and then shipped to you domestically. And that might make it possible to revive an interest in these smaller games that use smaller numbers of figures and that get around the problems with international shipping, customs, value-added taxes, and that sort of thing.
Hi, I am Patrick Alessandri. I am the proprietor at Regimental Colors Toys of Yesteryear. Fine, old-fashioned, all-wood toy soldiers and cannon. I think a branch of historical gaming needs to be more focused on play with bigger, more colorful, robust figures that can take some serious damage, and cannons that really shoot, and vastly simplified rules, if any rules are needed at all.
Ever since we started Little Wars TV 2 years ago, we have gotten a surprising number of comments and emails from viewers that go something like this. Hi, I just found your channel. This looks pretty interesting, but also overwhelming, so how do I get started? There are so many directions that you could go in this hobby, and especially if you don't have a local club, it can be a little bewildering at first. My big idea is an answer to that problem. I think that we need a free gateway product to help newcomers into the hobby. And I'm imagining that as a short, professionally illustrated book that would include everything you need. A short set of rules, modeling advice, terrain tips, links and resources. And guess what? We're doing it. We've been secretly developing this gateway product for the last year, and you're going to be getting a free copy this Christmas.
What's going on, everybody? It's Joe from God's Eye Games and the Acceptable Casualties here to do the One Big Thing video for Little Wars TV. So my suggestion for the One Big Thing would be mostly around us content producers on YouTube to develop a larger wargaming network, kind of like a TV station where all of us smaller channels can kind of pool all of our videos and assets together and have one place for the community to come and, check out our battle reports, our reviews, anything that we do as far as video content goes to help grow our channels and share our viewership between each other, and also for the community to kind of find other channels that might pique some interest in some different games or show them some different products that have kind of been reviewed and some smaller different companies out there. If you wanted to put it together, you can take credit for it completely. It's a lot of work, but I think it would be pretty cool if we were able to do something like that. So, thanks to Little Wars TV for having me jump in here and do the One Big Thing video, and I'll catch you guys later.
So what do you think? Do some of these ideas sound exciting to you? The club here at Little Wars TV is ready to go to work. And next week, we're going to be asking you for help. Are you in? Are you ready to do your part to help take historical wargaming to the next level?